Motherfuckers good, bitches. I'm the motherfucking TheMassaCreature, and I'm going to do a Q&A. I have a question here by Brandon Brindle, and he says, "What's up, my brother? Would you consider doing a cover of Motionless in White's Immaculate Misconception?" Yeah, see, like, there was a point where I wanted to do vocal covers all the time. I got a Shure SM58 and a custom PA. Custom PA ended up breaking, and so now I just have a mic without a PA. So I'm like, okay, well, if I want to do a vocal cover, I have to do it acoustically, which is doable as long as you have the voice for it. And I perhaps do. I am always working on my singing voice, always working on my screaming voice, and the better my singing voice gets, the better my screaming voice gets, because I'm learning the mastery of the diaphragm. So if I ever become comfortable enough with my singing voice, then yes, I shall do a cover of that, because that is a song that is near and dear to me. I remember back in my early YouTube days, I did a video called "So Come and Fucking Get Us," just describing and like analyzing and assessing the video of that song and the symbolism behind it and how much it meant to me. I don't want anyone watching this video to feel like they should be angry towards every person of any faith, or that we are attacking their faith directly. The song is very plainly written about the people who abuse God's name by using it to profit or cause harm to others emotionally or physically. But it's even more importantly written as a call to arms, to any person in this world to come stand together to fight the ignorance that halts the progression of mankind. Hate me for that. I fucking dare you.
Don't come and fucking God!
And I've seen that band like 4 times, and whenever they do that song live, it's just so awesome. The breakdown, it's just so fucking heavy. And so, yeah, I'll just continuously work on my shit, and perhaps I will do a cover of Immaculate Misconception. So we have another question. Oh, by the way, thank you again for doing that cover of Pain From Within a long ass time ago. No one has ever done a drum cover for one of our songs but you, so that is very near and dear to me and always will be. Alright, so let's see. Next question is by my awesome cricket phone. Not by my awesome cricket phone, I'm just saying my awesome cricket phone in general. Sage the Goof says, "How big is your dick?" Well, you know, I don't want to give away any spoilers implying that there's something coming. No pun intended. I don't call myself almighty for nothing, so let's just leave it at that. And so we also have, I know that's so unsatisfying, you just want me to tell you and just reveal everything. Well, you know, all in good time perhaps. Hector Defendi asks, questions. 1, why did you cut your hair long and keep it short? And 2, you ever gonna do another goggle wearing over the top you video again? Well, for the long hair, you know, that goes back to high school, me having the long ass black hair like Joey Jordison. Actually, I have one video of me with that hair. It's titled like 15-year-old TheMassaCreature or something to that effect.
Hello, hello. Is this thing on? Is this thing on? Is it on? Is it on? Is it on? Is my dick on?
And it just always was something that I felt like identified me. I did windmilling and all that shit, and I never wanted to part my hair to the side like I am now, because I thought it was a symbol of conformity or whatever. And then like there were just like too many split ends, and it just didn't look right. It was like falling out, and so eventually I cut it, and then I would just go off and on with growing it out and then cutting it, just because I learned to embrace both lengths of hair. And right now I guess I'm just like kind of doing this shit like long on top and just growing out the back and the sides. And as for the goggles, Biohazard goggles I can't even find. And I found these black goggles. Before I got the Biohazard goggles, I got these. And the lens fell out and I tried super gluing it, so it's like a little... So my camera battery died while trying to record this video, so I had to put the damn battery in the battery charger for 5 seconds and have a bowl of Reese's Puffs. And so, yeah, as I was saying, now I have an excuse to do some editing on this video, because I have to somehow put the two together. So I have these goggles, right? As I was saying, I can't find biohazard goggles anywhere. But the whole biohazard thing was all from my own perspective of myself. Like, I always saw myself as a biohazard to society, like a pile of vomit on the floor of the cafeteria floor that you're just trying to stay away from, that kind of thing. And then I turned it into some kind of a philosophy. Like, I had the 3 contaminants of biohazardism: dignity, love yourself and love what you do; acceptance, accept that not everyone will love you and love what you do; and then freedom, never let anyone stop you from loving yourself and loving what you do. And eventually I was just like, maybe that's a little bit too, maybe over the top, as you put it. But I guess that's what I did. I mean, like, in my atheist video days, I remember I made a video called "Why Shouldn't I Be an Atheist?" and I was all like, why shouldn't I be an atheist? You know, and just like saying, and all these fucking arguments, as if like people were just like coming to my doorstep and, you know, like, just being a Jehovah's Witness every day. But I just kind of felt like I could still kind of be a little bit deviant from normality without incorporating the word biohazard into a religion, almost. Because like I've always been like either on the threshold of over the top or just over the top, and it's not ever like an intentional, deliberate thing. I'm always just expressing myself how I feel I am. You know, I just never want to have a filter on who I am, anything altering who I am. I never want to feel like I'm conforming to the expectations of others and the judgment of others. So if I'm like ever over the top or on the threshold of it, that's just like just me being me, you know. But you know, things change eventually. You know, I dropped the goggles and the fedora, and I still have the trench coat, you know, like I'll still wear that shit. But like I'll never be what people might consider like normal, you know. I'll always be very, very easy to judge and criticize and condemn and reprimand, and try to turn into like a viral thing, like a negative viral thing, because viral could be positive or negative. Yeah, so I still have both pairs of goggles for nostalgic purposes. But, you know, I'll always be the almighty fucking MassaCreature, you know. I'm not gonna start, like, being a complete opposite of who I am. I mean, you know, collect things like cereals, you know, like Batman cereal. Here's a Superman cereal, and here is a box for the Super Nintendo. I still have the Super Nintendo. I have, like, a few, actually, and only one of them works, but I still have the box. You know, like, you know, who the fuck would do that, you know? Like, no matter how people might look at that, like me keeping something like that, I'm just like, well, you know, what the fuck ever. Even if you think people might, quote-unquote, think that's weird, you know, like, what the fuck ever. Like, I still buy Pokemon VHS tapes, that kind of thing. So, just always stay true to anything that's ever made you happy, anything that's ever made sense. Believe in everything you've ever known, you know. And if you ever do change, you know, if you ever become a little bit more humble, you know, that's okay. A little bit more, like, mature or whatever, you know, that's also cool. But you can still, you know, deviate from normality, but on your own terms, and that's what I will always do. So yeah, this is my first Q&A video on this channel. If you have any more questions for me, just message them or whatever the fuck, comment them. And maybe there will be another one in the future. I just want to, like, consistently upload more and build my subscriber base so it's not just floating in the 800 range forever. But yeah, I am the almighty fucking MassaCreature. You are a dragon with wings, so don't stay on the fucking ground. And thank you guys for watching and tuning into the shit I have to show and say. Peace the fuck out. Amazing atheist. I would not have a channel if it were not for him. One of my very first inspirations, him and George Carlin.